Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBot Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Tuesday. So Tesla began to pull back, and this is a follow-up video based off of yesterday's kind of later video where we talked about me selling my, I believe it was like 90 shares at the time during extended hours and locking in some of my profits. And one of the main reasons that I decided to lock in profits, if you didn't watch yesterday's video, was because it pushed up so much, and based off of recent patterns, if you guys go back to the 180-day chart, you can see that based off of previous resistance levels, it's been getting rejected around 460 because it pushed up so much so quickly. I just wanted to make sure that I did my part in locking in some of my profits, but still leaving enough skin in the game that if it continues to uptrend, then I can still partake in that. And what ended up happening this morning, especially if you're part of the Learn Plan Profit group, is Tesla began to consistently sell off. It met its bottom right around 433, 432, and then began to reverse back up, which is when I decided to go in a little bit heavier. So just to provide you guys with a quick little update, I am now back in with a total of 130 shares. So I added 80 shares to my position size, and now my average purchase price is at 434. And one of the things that I want to cover right now is what a lot of people are talking about. Why is it not showing signs of continuous uptrend? We've talked about this so many times that although certain news is released and it acts as a positive catalyst, a lot of the times that rally or that momentum does not continue. And this is why it's so important that if you were already in Tesla, again, not investors, right? If you're an investor, it makes sense on why you're still holding your position. But for those that were in it for maybe a short-term swing trade that had the intention to sell at 460, why wouldn't you lock in some of your profits if it's at a previous resistance level and it makes sense? That was my goal from the very beginning of when I decided to buy Tesla. That was the first resistance level that I was paying attention to, and I still left enough skin in the game that if it still continued to uptrend, I can add more to my position size. I saw it when it began to sell off. I was adding like 5 or 10 shares at a time, very minimal, and then when it began to actually indicate signs of an uptrend, I then began to add a couple more shares. I'm in right now again with 130 shares, and what I want to cover in this video is what this means overall, in my opinion, and please let me know in the comment section, being added to the S&P 500 index. This is something, first of all, that a lot of people have been anticipating as Tesla was coming up on its fourth consecutive quarter of earnings, right? And it were to be profitable earnings, allowing it to qualify to be added to this specific index, which I think is amazing. And if you guys look back to one of the biggest kind of like disregards of Tesla from the very beginning, it has to do to the idea of, well, it's not profitable. It's losing hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars. And from the very beginning, that has always been a very big concern of Elon Musk, which has to be one of the most popular and famous with the largest following CEO, that he talks a lot but doesn't follow it up with results. And for the past 4 to 5 quarters, he's been absolutely killing it with, in the year 2020 alone, if I'm not mistaken, he's up over 400% ROI, which is greater in comparison to any other automaker. And one of the things that a lot of people are saying as of right now is Tesla has a $422 billion or $420 billion market cap valuation right now, and it is the most valuable car manufacturer, but a lot of people are not even looking at it as just that within itself. With all the accomplishments Elon Musk has had with PayPal and also SpaceX, he is someone that of course receives a lot of attention, and there's a lot of hype that follows his specific company because of his following. And regardless if you agree or disagree, one of the things that I've been taking into consideration as it gets added to the S&P 500 index on December 21st, 2020, is that this is just simply validation of being able to create a successful EV company. And the thing that I really like about Tesla right now is that it is so far ahead in comparison to any of its competitors. Talking about Nikola, talking even about NIO. It's great to see other aspiring car manufacturers develop prototypes and concepts of what they plan to develop, but think about it. That's something that Elon Musk with Tesla did years ago. And the amount of time that it took to be able to scale it to this point much quicker than I think any of those companies can, not only because of the attention and the hype behind him, but the belief of him being able to innovate and completely disrupt this market. Because of what he's been able to accomplish, and now being able to, again, start from a car that started, if I'm not mistaken, at around $120,000 to $150,000 with the original Tesla, and now being able to have cars that sell for as low as $37,000 with the Tesla Model 3, if I'm not mistaken. I actually think it might have been discontinued as of today. But the idea is how he's been able to take this concept of EV vehicles and how they were not able to become profitable because of the technology and how difficult it was to manufacture them, to now be able to sell these vehicles in a profitable way at $37, which of course at $37 for a sales price, which is like any other Honda Accord or average eco-friendly vehicle as of right now. And I think the really exciting part about this is now you're seeing other major car manufacturers in the petrol industry now beginning to, again, wanting to join this EV kind of market with their trucks or with their vehicles. But that's simply a proof of concept of Elon Musk pretty much being our Henry Ford of our generation. I think that's something that we can all really look forward to. Altogether, being added to the S&P 500, I simply take that as validation. If you're not someone that already believed in Tesla, I don't see yourself being really converted of, being a long-term investor in Tesla more now than ever before. But of course, I'm very excited to follow up with Tesla's progress and to really be able to disrupt this market in ways that previously were thought to be impossible. So one of my main focuses that I still have now is my position size. When it comes down to Tesla and how it's been trading, I think this news of it being added to the S&P 500 of course acted as a positive catalyst that shot Tesla up. I hope that the momentum continues, but I don't think that this will convince too many people that were not already convinced of what Tesla had to offer to invest long-term in Tesla. I think that this is something that's great that pushed the stock price up. It wouldn't really surprise me if it corrects itself, especially with all the inconsistency and instability that's going on with our current market as of right now. But it's just something that's very exciting of a car manufacturer, however it is that you want to look at Tesla, be able to just get one step closer to completely disrupting this market and having ongoing and petrol car manufacturers wanting to partake in that same niche of EV vehicles. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Tesla. Do you think that this is going to only be the very beginning of its continuous uptrend? Or do you think that it will most likely pull back to previous support levels, which is right around $400, and then begin to bounce right on back to 400? We're a month out from it being added to the S&P 500, so make sure you take that into consideration before you go in very, very aggressive into your position size, and then it begins to pull back. So I feel comfortable with my current position size at 130 shares. If it goes back up to 460, 470, I'm really not going to hesitate to lock in profits on about 80 of my current shares as of right now, and I'll most likely leave about 50 shares remaining just in case it continues to uptrend. Let me know in the comment section what you guys plan to do, but just wanted to provide you guys with a quick little update and of course my opinion on what I think it being added to the S&P 500 means for Tesla itself. Also, don't forget, if you guys haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, I upload new videos every single day, and as well as if you want to connect with like-minded individuals, we have 293,000 members within our free Facebook group, and if you've ever wanted to connect with other like-minded individuals, click that first link down below. Also, if you want to watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow, click the second link down below to join us for our live trading session at Market Open. Until then, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, team.